Hi everyone, it's me. I wanted to talk about the Rocky Mountains today, and there's an analogy I'm going to be putting two and two together to help other people um, just get some greater insight on life in general. And a number of years ago, I believe it was 2010, I reconnected with someone, my first love, and um, he I flew in to see him and spend some time with him. And we went to the Rocky Mountains. Fortunately, he had um, always been into the wilderness, outdoors, etc. And he knew the Rocky Mountains like the back of his hand. So when he picked me up, we stayed in Denver prior to going to his hometown. And so we stayed very close to the hotel where the Psycho movie was created. And so that was really interesting and just a beautiful hotel. And then we took the four-wheeler up into the Rocky Mountains and did some exploring. And portions of the Rocky Mountains had been hit by, I think, the ash borer beetle. And so when you were at certain parts of the mountains while you were kind of cruising through, you saw that significant areas of trees had fallen prey to the beetle. And when you got up really close to these trees, you could see that the bark was just falling off and they had basically perished. And so I thought that that's what life is all about when you are a tree. I'll just create an analogy. They used to call me Tree in grade school because I was so tall. And so when you're a tree, you have certain layers that need to be shed in order for you to bring forth new life. Same thing when you're dealing with caterpillars. Anything that is meant to go through a metamorphosis, to come out, to be created into the being it's meant to be. So when you go through anything in life, every single experience you have is another layer. And whether it's a good experience or a bad experience, sometimes it causes you to have a suit of armor on to protect yourself from the outside world, from people, from whomever experiences. Sometimes you have an experience and you're like, I'll never do that again, but it basically becomes your suit of armor. And let's just say there's layers and layers of metal. And what happens over time is if you keep that suit of armor on, it protects you from many things, but it also keeps things out. And my experience through life is that, I remember I had discussed a relationship I had had with someone, and I never used the L word with that person. And after that, I said, well, I'm never gonna have feelings for anyone again, and I'm never gonna screw it. I'll just have friends with benefits or casual encounters or one night stands or whatever the case is. And because I had built up my armor. And then what had happened was this one day I woke up after my 6-year friend with benefits relationship, which ended up with him actually being in a relationship with someone else. I realized after my previous assault in the military and then situations such like this, I realized I had kept my armor on and I was keeping things out, but I was also blocking myself from experiencing love and all of the good things that come along with the emotional, mental, and physical intimacy. So I had to really think about the fact that I had to start taking those layers off and allowing them to fall, as if, I had mentioned the trees in the Rocky Mountains, their external bark and layers were just falling to the ground around them. I had to also allow my bark to fall off of my tree, and I had to start removing my coat of armor in order to start allowing myself to have feelings for someone and allow someone into my life. And I'm still pulling my layers back. I'm still talking to, I talk to a therapist, and I've talked to other people at the VA and other people who've had my experiences, and I've pulled some of my armor back. I'm not saying I pulled all of it, but I think if you've been hurt and you have built up your layers, I think that maybe you should give yourself an opportunity to start peeling those layers back so that you can allow someone in that will treat you kindly and treat you with respect, and someone who's ready to actually love you add to your life and take you on adventures and have fun. So that's all I wanted to talk about, was the layers that we start incorporating into our lives through the pains and the hurts and anything that we go through that causes us to build that up in order to protect ourselves. But let's not keep all the good things out, because the good things are what make us want to wake up in the morning and make us want to, give us something to look forward to outside of this coronavirus. Oh, this virus, I'm telling you. God, go away. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. I hope this helps, and I hope you're all having a great day. Bye-bye.